Hey, it's Herman here from DragonForce. We're on the Warp Speed Warriors 2025 tour. We're in the USA right now, and I thought I'll show you what guitars we're using on this tour, okay? Come check it out. So we're gonna start from the left side to the right side, starting with my guitars then. These are what I'm using on stage right now on tour. Starting with this one is the PRS Chleo, and this is designed by myself and the amazing people at PRS Guitars. And you can see this is exactly what comes from the factory. So this is exact factory spec. I don't make any modification for it, except for I put some tape here on the tremolo bar. So if I grab it on stage like this and it's sweaty, it won't slip off my hand. And what else is here? We have a, I usually put the picks here. As you can see, the headstock Chleo model. If you don't know anything about this guitar, you can check out the videos on how this guitar came to life, how it was created by myself and PRS. You got dragons as inlay. These are the Eclipse dragon. Check it out. We have the different kind of dragons here, as you can see. We've got 4 frets that scallop here on the high end here, so it just gives you that little split second, easier to bend into the notes. And you can see there's so much access on this guitar, it's pretty ridiculous. If I put it like this, you can see, look, my pinky go all the way down to the pickups. The access on this is absolutely insane. Pickup wise, we have the Fishman Fluence Omniforce pickups. They are my signature pickups I designed with Fishman. We've got the bridge here. We've got, of course, all the different voicing. We've got 13 different voices on this, as well as, if you count the tone bypass, you can double that sound, because the tone bypass actually changes sound a little bit. At the back, I leave the bridge cavity exposed because I like to check the guitar, and I like the guitar tech to check the guitar. And how I do is I check the stabilizers each day to see if they're still in the right places, because there's a lot of vibration when these guitars travel, and the way I play them on stage, right? It can vibrate and things can sometimes move a little bit. And the way I check is I increase the pitch on the tremolo bar, and I look at it at the same time. So looking closely on it, when I raise the pitch, the 2 pistons of the stabilizer have to move at the same time. Neither of them will move even a little bit more than the other. It has to be exactly the same for the stabilizer to be set up correctly. See that? Cool, huh? I'm using a Shure wireless system. It's the ULX Quad system. And as you can see, the cable, the way this jack goes is completely tucked in. There's no way you can pull this cable out, or you can, you can't get your hands caught by a cable sticking around. That's why this jack is designed this way. And you can see it's actually really easy, once you're used to it, to unplug and to plug it in. Look, it doesn't take me like a long time. Some people might joke around and say, I can't get it in, I can't see what I'm doing. Look, dude, I know how to do it. Easy. So this is the charcoal purple color. This is a 20-inch radius fretboard. So this is a specially designed locking nut, 20-inch radius, and it's very smooth as well. You can see I can touch it with my hand. I can hit it. It doesn't hurt me. Everything is very well smoothed out, so you can play it really easily, and nothing gonna hurt your hand, scratch your hand. And you can see how thin the body is here. Everything is designed to be easy to play. We have USB charging here, and we also got a tone bypass button and a voice 1 and 2 inverted selection button. And what else we have here? This is the Orchid Dusk color. And spec-wise, they're exactly the same as the other guitar. And the difference of this one is, again, I put something here so it doesn't get sweaty. But you can see exactly everything the same. Cable goes in here, easily tucks away when you play on stage. No problem here. I'll put a strap on. The balance of this guitar is perfect. And that is why the horn here is so high. And I heard some people comparing this to a John Petrucci Majesty model. And I love that guitar. That's a really cool guitar. But I think the only thing that resembles a Majesty is John Petrucci also have a long horn. And the reason for long horn is so I can access all the frets here very easily as much as possible, and you can give me this ultra access here. And I think that's really the only resemblance. The rest of it is nothing like a Majesty. If you look at the body here, the way the guitar is, everything is different. So they're very different guitars. The funny thing, you know, talking about this, I'm gonna show you a Custom 24 right now. This is Billy Wilkins, our third guitar player and backing vocalist. And you can see the Custom 24 have the same kind of access. So it was actually very PRS to do it that way. I said to the team, look, I like how the Custom 24 have really a lot of access here on the high frets. So we made it that way, but I want the horn to go all the way up here to get the perfect balance for the way I play the guitar, and the scale length is different. You see the position of this bridge, the hardware on the PRS is different, so that's why the horn has been extended here. And what do you call this? You need an angle jack for this, and I have a prototype Chleo that used a similar system, and the reason why I adopted or designed this system on my guitars is because I never liked seeing the cable moving around on an angle jack. I got some OCD issues, man. Carrying on with the Chleo, I also have, and this is the third guitar I have on tour right now. This is a PRS Chleo, but look here on the headstock, an SE model. I love this guitar. This guitar sounds so good. And you can see some differences between this one and the core model, which are the ones that I show you. They're made in USA. So this is made in Indonesia, a much more affordable version of it. So there's some differences here. You can see here. Some people might actually prefer this. The jack goes in this way, still out of the way. It doesn't get in the way of the playing at all. We still have 13 different sounds on this. This is a veneer top. Same pickups, same neck, same radius, same nut. I think the main difference about this guitar and the other guitar is the construction of the body is slightly different. Instead of a thick maple top, this is a veneer top. So when you have a veneer top, that means a really thin piece of flame maple on the top. It sounds different than a thicker piece of maple top as we have on the core models. As you can see the curves here, you can see there's a maple top, a really big maple top that got cut down. With this, it's different. So the sound of this guitar is actually a little bit darker compared to the ones with more maple on the top. I use this guitar for certain songs on the set because I wanted also a floating system that hasn't got stabilizer for certain songs, so I would use this. This has a Floyd Rose. It is a push-in bar as well. I want a full floating system with no stabilizers. This is the one I use, and at the same time I get to test this on tour. So if you get this SE model, I can tell you that this is super stable, it sounds great, it plays great, and I've tested it personally on tour through all the conditions that the core model goes through. Instead of USB charging, this has a 9-volt battery system. You can see 9-volt here at the back. This is a bolt-on neck instead of a set-in neck. Yeah, you can see this is same guitar you would get out there. I just play it exactly the same out of the factory. And the great thing about this SE model is the whole point of designing was to make it a professional instrument that you can just walk into the store and pick it up and off you go. You can go on tour with it, no problems. And that's what I wanted it for. So this is really cool. I hope you get the chance to check it out. And this is in charcoal purple with the black Fishman Fluence Omniforce pickups.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Billy. I've been playing with DragonForce for the past 2 years, and what I've learned is that you need the right tools for the job. This is my core Custom 24, which we modded a little bit. We swapped out this bridge pickup with one of the PRS metal pickups, and this thing screams. It's great, gets the job done. But for DragonForce stuff, I definitely like to have the Floyd Rose, a little bit more heavy duty, keeps you in tune a little bit more. But personally, for my own stuff, this is my baby right here, and I don't leave home without it. If you come back this way, I'm going to show you the Herman Li signature guitar that even Herman Li doesn't have. So this right here. So when Herman was putting the Chleo into production, he asked me if I wanted to have one. I said, of course. I was like, you know, if you gave me one that was a different color, I could play it on stage too. And so they thought it was a nice enough idea. So they made me this custom one, all matte black with a satin finish, the neck too. And this guitar is absolutely insane. I always tell my buddies that ask me what it's like, that this guitar versus the Custom 24, this is a supercar. It's like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. This is an F1 car. So it's been really nice this tour, getting used to playing this thing on stage. It doesn't fight with me at all. There's nothing in between you and the note that you want to play. There's two things about this guitar that I especially love. So the first is that Herman had them put a stabilizer in here. So when I'm playing rhythm parts, which is a lot of just like 16th notes at 200 BPM during a DragonForce gig, I break strings a lot. And so it's really nice to have the stabilizer here so I don't go completely out of tune. I can survive for a couple seconds if I have to and make it through the song. The other thing is this Godot bridge. This thing is so simple but so effective. It's super reliable, and the intonation on this guitar has been perfect. Now this right here is a little bit of a controversial thing, but the way Herman came up with this design to stop you from catching your finger on the cable when it's inside the guitar like this, it really makes a big difference, especially when you're going for the whammy bar real quick, because a lot of the time you'll get stuck. So I think this is the best solution, and this thing's been an absolute machine, and I love it. If you guys want to see these guitars in action, come out to a DragonForce show or check out my YouTube channel. I play both of these quite a bit. The people at PRS have been so amazing and so supportive, and I can't thank them enough. These are my babies. I don't want to break them, but oh, I love them so much. Let's go.
Let's go into the bass. Alicia, she has a Zemaitis bass. Zemaitis are known for their metal top. You can see that. Really cool. They're a Japanese brand, and this is a nice sounding bass. You've heard it for, you know, for a lot of the tours before. Obviously single cut, so different. And because we started playing Burning Heart, we got a double cut bass now that Alicia is playing, and it is a Kiesel. And thanks to our friends at Kiesel, Jeff Kiesel and the team, this bass is really awesome, and because of the double cut, Alicia can do her solo much easier on Burning Heart, which is 225 BPM, awesome song, really fast. And she's got a chameleon finish on this, purple and green. I had a guitar like this, in this kind of, you know, light changing color, awesome. Yeah, so there you go. And going into Sam Topman's guitars, Sam wanted certain guitars, certain colors, and Sam picked the color and the look, and I designed or made the custom spec for him with the team from Kiesel. Is we just wanted a, how to say, an 80s inspired rock guitar. So we got a bolt-on neck here, and laminated neck, so it's very strong. These are Kiesel pickups. I actually don't remember that well exact specs on this one. You can see angle jack, single volume. We've got Floyd Rose. This is a Floyd Rose made in Germany one. Yeah. We've got locking tuners here. One big thing about this guitar is we picked nickel frets on this guitar. Obviously the stainless steel frets that some people like, and we decided to pick nickel just like my guitars. We just prefer the sound of it and the ease of maintenance in case of any issues on a tour. With stainless steel frets, it's much harder to maintain if anything goes wrong. And of course, stainless steel frets have a different kind of sound. It's a bit brighter, I would say. Usually, yeah, let's say, not all stainless steel are eco and neither all nickel are eco. You know, the composition of how hard the nickel is different. And here's another one. This one is in pink. Basically, exactly the same spec, also nickel frets. Nice guitar, perfect for Sam. With Sam, you might have seen in other video, Sam plays a BC Rich Iron Bird as well, and he also plays a Jackson, Randy Rhodes. So, you know, Sam pretty much plays different kind of guitars depending on the tour, and depends how he feels. But these are really great workhorses on this tour. I hope you like this little rig rundown on the guitars, and stay in tune for other videos. I hope to see you on tour.